Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to start today by shuffling the traditional tarot cards. I just want to know what our beautiful collective needs to know most at this time. Here we have the Five of Swords in the upright position. The message really coming through from this card is a lack of communication from a specific person. Now, the thing about this person is, although they seem to not be communicating with you in the physical world, they do seem to be sending you a lot of energy, and that energy is affecting you in some type of way. I'm hearing you can feel it like a heaviness around you. For some of you, this could be someone that you had a falling out or an argument with. It feels as though there was some kind of energy hanging in the air when the two of you separated. This could even be a past friend, a family member that you aren't communicating with at the moment, or of course, a love situation. Can I get more information on this person? Something about their energy is coming up as having been deceptive, and they seem to have possibly not been forthright about something when the two of you were communicating more in the physical. This may have been someone who manipulated you in some way. I'm hearing that people around you who were really close to you didn't seem to think positively about this person. They may have even warned you about them or told you they didn't really get a good energy from this person. This does feel like someone who is putting on some kind of front doing, saying, and behaving in certain ways in the physical toward you, but being very different beneath the surface. I'm hearing you were almost blindsided at the time to this person or situation because you really wanted to think the best of them. You wanted a connection with them. There were certain aspects of that connection that you really liked, but a lot of it was actually negatively impacting you in subconscious ways. I'm hearing that when this person, or when you, cut off communication here, you felt this instant lifting, like a weight had been lifted or something. It felt like a lighter energy around you. But the thing is, because this person is still so heavily thinking of you and sending you a lot of energy, I'm hearing they appear to have entirely let you go physically, or at least that's what you might be thinking, but energetically, they're holding on really tightly. It seems possible that this might be impacting you in some kind of way. I'm getting a very strong message. This is very specific. But if you have remnants of this person, like certain gifts they gave you or objects, or maybe even certain messages from them, it might be beneficial to consider erasing or getting rid of some of these physical remnants of this person that might be in your space. This is only if you notice a particular heaviness around your living space. For some of you, for example, you might notice that, because all objects carry energy, you have certain objects or things from this person. I'm not sure why I keep seeing letters, but you might have certain things from this person in your home or living space. You may notice that, in that particular space, you are experiencing heavy energy, possibly even feeling bad luck or something along those lines. That could actually be because the objects in that space are weighing down your energy as they carry the energy of this person. This may only connect with a very select few people, but it's a very important message for those few. If you found yourself wondering if there's just something off about your environment or living space, because you've been feeling a little off in that space, or maybe even experiencing physical symptoms, it's highly recommended to get rid of things this person may have gifted or given you. Their energy is a bit negative toward you at this time, and it might be subconsciously impacting you. Again, keep in mind, this will not be for everyone. Only take this if it connects for you personally. With the Six of Cups in the reverse position, this is about releasing the past and focusing on the future. A more generalized message coming up here is that not just this person, but many people and things from your past are going to attempt to pull on your energy at this time. This is because they can actually sense through the quantum field that you are leveling up, that you are transforming your life in really positive ways. Because of that, I'm hearing, trying to ride on your coattails, as the saying goes. They are attempting to benefit from your up-leveling of your own energy, possibly without doing their own inner work. I'm hearing bypassing. They may be trying to bypass their own healing, inner work, or transformation process and benefit from the work you've done on yourself. There's a strong message here about allowing yourself to be fully free of the past. I'm hearing you're being called to free yourself even from past versions of your own self, outdated versions that were not as evolved or expanded as you are now. Certain dreams, goals, or connections that resonated with those outdated versions may no longer feel resonant. This includes connections or things tied to those outdated versions of yourself. I just keep getting something about your living space or environment. There might be someone who feels called to clean or declutter their space, or possibly even move or travel somewhere new. If you've been receiving intuitive impulses in this regard, they're powerful and worth exploring. Lastly, I'm hearing messages about dreams. When it comes to releasing your past, your dreams might play a role. You may dream about past people, situations, or versions of your life. These dreams are showing how much you no longer fit into those small places and spaces. With the Judgment card in the reverse position, certain people may come to you in your dreams who are unwilling to learn their own karmic lessons. They may be stuck in karmic loops, and interactions in your dreams may reveal their lower vibrational patterns. I'm also hearing that some of you may be experiencing highly symbolic dreams or noticing repeating numbers or symbols in your life. For instance, the number 555 might indicate radical changes taking place in the Queen of Cups reversed energy. This gives me a very lower vibrational feminine kind of energy. This may be someone who is either attached to your past or someone who is attached to a specific person that you are relating to or who is in your life. This is someone who comes off as overly self-sacrificial or thinks of themselves as always giving to others, being very self-sacrificing. In reality, this is someone who is actually very superficial. The word vain is coming out here, I'm not sure why. Specifically, it seems like this is someone who doesn't want you to experience a reunion or a happy coming together with a particular person in your life, with the Four of Wands reversed. Because I'm hearing they don't want you to experience the happiness that they haven't been able to attain for themselves. So energetically, this is someone trying to sabotage some kind of reunion or celebratory coming together. Now, this could be in a general sense. This may be a feminine energy who never seems to be happy for you when you are happy romantically, or when you meet someone you connect with really well romantically. Even if they say they are a friend or care about you, they never seem to be happy or excited for you when you're doing really well in your love life. Pay attention to that, because that is a sign. This is someone who doesn't want you to achieve a level of happiness they haven't figured out how to achieve for themselves, particularly in love. If this isn't connecting as a friend or person in your life, this may actually be a karmic feminine connected with a divine masculine that you are now beginning to connect with. Of course, in this scenario, that would make you the divine feminine. I know this won't necessarily apply for everyone, so only take these details as they connect. Here, we have the Lover's card reversed. I'm getting that this karmic feminine, whether connected to you or to this divine masculine, doesn't like the idea of you experiencing this happy coming together with this masculine energy. This could be a karmic in the divine masculine's life, a friend, family member, someone from their past, or even someone they're currently connecting with. The thing about this person is they actually sense the intensity of the love connection between the two of you. They sense this is a really powerful soul connection, a kind of connection this particular feminine has never quite experienced for themselves in this lifetime. I'm also hearing that, if this is someone connected to a masculine you are connecting with romantically, this person never got to experience the side of that masculine that you are getting. You are experiencing this masculine in his King of Cups energy, someone who's very in touch with his emotions towards you, who can't help but be emotional about you. This feminine experienced the exact opposite within this masculine. When he was with her or when they were connecting, he was seemingly very cold, detached, and out of touch with his emotions. That's because this feminine is the Queen of Cups reversed. This masculine was connecting with her in the King of Cups reversed energy. Because karmic connections tend to relate to us through our wounded patterns and dynamics. They connect with us at a lower vibrational level. Although there can be a really intense kind of attraction and pull that feels like chemistry, what that person is actually connecting to are those lower vibrational aspects of ourselves. Of course, the purpose of karmic connections at a high level is actually beautiful. It's meant to trigger those wounds so that we can heal them. But the thing about karmic connections is, once we do heal those wounds and patterns, the connection itself seems to dissolve. Suddenly, there's no attraction or pull because the lesson has been learned and the soul contract fulfills itself. This leads to a broader message for the collective, the concept of soul contracts and knowing when they're active and when they've been completed. From a spiritual perspective, the process of connection is much more subconscious and energetically based than conscious decisions about who we keep or push away in our lives. Whenever we connect in a meaningful way with someone, it's because there's an active soul contract. Some soul contracts last only moments, like exchanging a smile with a stranger on the street. Others may last months or years, teaching lessons or providing inspiration. Soul contracts with dominant relationships like family, close friends, or romantic partners can last lifetimes, especially with those in our soul family. The difference between karmic connections and soul-based connections lies in the frequency. Karmic connections teach lessons, and once those lessons are learned, the connection dissolves. Soul-based connections, on the other hand, deepen as lessons are learned, as they align with our core soul frequency. Returning to the Queen of Cups reversed, this person, whether directly connected to you or to the divine masculine in your life, may feel jealous of the love you are coming into. It's a love they've never had access to. Often, this is because they have not learned their karmic lessons, remaining stuck in lower vibrational energy. You, however, are bringing out a side of this divine masculine that not only has no one else seen, but even he hasn't recognized within himself. It's almost like he's surprising himself with this version of him that you are bringing out, as he never knew this side of him existed. So, I'm going to reshuffle the cards here, and I want to channel a little bit more about what version of this masculine you are bringing out. So what version of this masculine? Okay, a version of him that is learning to release his deepest fears around love and connection. This may have been someone that came out very avoidant in the past, but now, because of this irresistibly strong pull that he's feeling towards you, there is no avoiding or evading this connection. Also, a part of him wants to reveal his deepest, truest self and all of his secrets. I'm hearing there are things that this masculine has told you or wants to reveal to you that he has never spoken out loud or told anyone. Including, again, if there was that karmic feminine, she never heard these secrets or knew these things about him that he just pours out so effortlessly in your presence. With the Four of Coins reversed, you also make this masculine want to let go of people or things in their life that are holding them back from being their highest version of self. There may have been some poor influences in this masculine's life. I'm hearing toxic masculinity, so there could have been other masculine energies in this person's life who were very toxic, who may have spoken poorly about women in general, for example, or who may have connected to this masculine from a very superficial perspective. But what this masculine is finding is that he's connecting with a much softer, more emotionally in touch kind of person. Whether that's platonically, romantically, or socially, he's finding that those people who used to connect from that rigid, harsh, cold, superficial place, he's just no longer feeling the desire to spend time with. Now, with the Knight of Cups reversed, something is coming out here as well. Perhaps a side of this masculine you are seeing that somewhat scares him is a side of him that is afraid of unrequited love, afraid of putting his heart out there and being rejected. The thing is, he can't resist putting his heart out there when it comes to you, opening his heart. But there is this fear of entirely losing himself in this connection, which is very ironic. Because this fear of enmeshment not only didn't exist in other connections but was entirely irrelevant, he seemed to have trouble even connecting to begin with, let alone risking being somehow enmeshed with that person. He always had such a strong sense of himself as a very strong individual that there was never even the slightest risk of becoming enmeshed with another person romantically. In fact, it was more so the opposite, where partners or past connections would have complained that this masculine was cold, detached, or difficult to connect with. But with you, it's like everything is the opposite. This is a masculine who actually feels like you are someone they could just entirely get swept away with far beyond what they perceive to be their depth. Someone that they feel they could actually get their heart broken with. It's like this is a masculine who typically has very strong walls around his heart. To be honest, in those past karmic relationships, at some level, he quite simply wouldn't have cared if the karmic feminines in the past would have walked away or changed their minds. This really wouldn't have affected this masculine. In fact, if some of those karmic relationships have ended, the masculine here knows that the walking away of those karmic feminines never affected him in the slightest. He never even felt emotional about it. But with you, it's like you're still here, and he's already feeling emotional, just through this sense of his own sudden fragility in the heart space, his ability to get hurt, that vulnerability that's only coming because his heart is so soft towards you. He also finds it really difficult to have boundaries with you when it comes to what he shares, how much time he spends speaking to you, or what he says to you. Whereas again, this has never been an issue in the past, it was always very much the opposite. You are making this masculine believe in spiritual things that he's never considered in the past. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed. It's almost like, while in the physical world, he feels as though he hasn't accomplished as much as he might like to, or even like there's been a little bit of backsliding in his career or his financial life that won't be for everyone. Regardless, there is this sense of, at the same time, developing this deep level of faith in spiritual things that he's never had in the past. This is all a result of experiences he's had with you, and within this connection that are completely unique and also completely unexplainable from a logical perspective. Now, ironically, if this is a masculine who's felt some backsliding financially or in the workplace, there are actually much bigger opportunities opening up to him now. What I'm really seeing is this shift from the Five of Pentacles reversed, which can indicate unemployment, hard times at work, or feeling some frustration in the workplace, to the Ace of Pentacles. But you'll notice in the pictures that the Ace of Pentacles is like this huge coin, whereas the Five of Pentacles look like pennies in comparison. What I'm seeing here is the masculine is actually giving up his old ways in order to open up to a much bigger, much more worthy opportunity. Now, that could be romantically or spiritually. I'm getting for many of them, it may be financially as well. Being connected to your energy, divine feminine, has had quite an impact. Because, on the one hand, it has completely torn apart and deconstructed every area of this masculine's life that brought him this false sense of superficial security. However, it's now also opening him up to these powerful brand new opportunities that he never had access to in the past, opportunities that are actually so much greater, that represent that Ace of Pentacles here, that are going to bring so much more long-term abundance, stability, and most importantly, a kind of deep-level happiness that he never experienced in the past. So, just being connected to you is having a powerful impact on this masculine's life, not just romantically. I'm seeing he's noticing things beginning to alter in a radical way, even in the workplace, financially, or when it comes to his other connections, his social circle. I'm also getting that people around him seem to just notice this kind of glow about him or this newfound happiness, and may have even commented on this to him. He knows, even though he might not say it out loud, that this glow is a direct result of his connectedness to you appearing with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away. It captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon, as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love Rumi. This oracle comes with a particular message of well-being and vitality. You have perhaps become tired or are well but seek to engage in new projects and practices that will stretch or challenge you. The blood angel brings you the blessing of whatever energy is required to expand where life is leading you. What the divine has instilled within your heart shall be financed with life force and energy, so it may be brought to fulfillment. Your energy, as you are going through growth and opening, can become unstable for a time, more porous or vulnerable than usual. This is nothing to be concerned about. The guidebook also says when opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out what has been to allow for a new influx of energy. You have outgrown what has been, and it cannot satisfy your soul anymore. It may not be easy, but you will gain more trust in the divine, in yourself, in life, and in great power. Heavenly play can and will flow through your soul into the world. The blood angel invites you to accept the genius of life and allow it to flow through you, circulating your divine light even more abundantly into the world around you. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading today. Thank you so much again for tuning in to today's reading. I am sending you all so much love and light energy. Have a beautiful remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in today's reading.